Sunninghill Park, the huge modern mansion built by Prince Andrew and his wife Sarah Ferguson to be their very own family home.
Sunninghill's unique among the royal properties. There's nothing else like it.
The other royal houses, they're all traditional and elegant, and this was quite brash.
An astonishing two-storey, 30-room ranch, hated by the press and the rest of the royal family.
The press went to town on it.
Lots of people said it looked like a Tesco supermarket.
After 2 years building it, this 80s eyesore became the place where Andrew and Fergie raised their young daughters in luxury.
Every toy conceivable. There would be wonderful rocking horses and there'd be hundreds of dolls.
Held some of the most extravagant royal parties.
How much does it cost to set up a whole fun fair in your back garden?
And made the heartbreaking decision to separate.
I was absolutely gobsmacked.
Royals didn't split up.
And Sunninghill was at the epicenter of the scandals that followed this controversial couple everywhere they went. From rumours of affairs.
The great thing in royal circles is you can do what you want as long as you don't get caught. The problem is she'd been caught.
To being accused of dodgy financial deals.
Why would a Kazakh billionaire pay way over the asking price for a property that no one else wanted?
Now we reveal what the Dallas Palace was really like to live in.
It was incredibly extravagant.
And the scandalous secrets hidden behind its modern brick walls, never to be revealed until now. In December 2024, just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for Prince Andrew, he became embroiled in yet another royal scandal.
In recent years, it really does seem that one awkward situation after another besets Andrew.
This time he raised eyebrows for his friendship with a wealthy businessman, suspected of spying on behalf of the Chinese government.
The latest is that he's alleged to have had a friendship with a man who is said to be a Chinese spy. I mean, honestly, you couldn't make it up, could you?
British security felt that he'd inserted himself into Andrew's circle and he was a potential threat to national security. Andrew himself has denied having any idea that this man was anything other than what he said he was.
For years, Andrew has been dogged by scandalous stories and rumours of dodgy financial dealings. Nowadays, he spends his time hiding away in Royal Lodge, the palatial 30-room mansion he unconventionally shares with his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, otherwise known as Fergie.
What does he do all day? Well, he doesn't do very much. He's having to lead a life very much below the radar.
He will sit on a big screen, he'll watch the planes taking off and landing at airports. Well, everyone to their own choice.
Sarah Ferguson has described her former husband as a sad man, and it is a very sad existence that he now leads.
But Royal Lodge hasn't always been Andrew and Fergie's refuge. Their first marital home was Sunninghill Park, a property that proved as controversial as Andrew himself. Sitting right on the edge of Windsor Great Park, just 4 miles from where Andrew now hides, Sunninghill was an ultra-modern ranch.
Sunninghill Park was a big, sprawling, 2-storey red brick mansion. If you think about those new-build properties of the 80s and 90s.
30 rooms, 12 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms. They're in helicopter pad, a pool room and a pool, cinema room, a tennis court.
It was built completely from scratch, custom-made to suit Andrew and Fergie's every whim.
You walked in and there was a big circular hallway and there were a lot of reception rooms, which I never understood why they needed quite so many. About 6 reception rooms.
A very large dining room, which was large enough to accommodate a table which had, I think, 24 Chippendale-style chairs.
Sunninghill was the first royal property to be built from scratch since Bagshot Park, all the way back in 1879. But it couldn't look less like the other residences dotted around the Windsor estate.
The other properties in Windsor Great Park, they're much more classical.
By and large, royals went into already built homes. They didn't build their own.
Sunninghill Park seemed really out of sync with everything else.
It became known as Tesco Towers. It was also likened to Pizza Hut. But the name which really stuck was South York. It was a play on South Fork, the famous ranch from TV's Dallas. And even the royals began calling it South York.
So how did this rodeo residence come to be built at all?
What you like about each other?
The red hair.
And the good looks.
It began with a fairy tale. In the summer of 1986, Prince Andrew married Sarah Ferguson in the most extravagant royal wedding since Charles and Diana.
2,000 people crowded into the Abbey in their 1980s best finery.
And then we've got the guest list. They had Elton John, they had Michael Caine. Whereas Diana and Charles's wedding had been full of dignitaries, this was a showbiz fest.
Their wedding list totaled a reported £1.5 million, and over 2,000 gifts were received from all over the world.
What should we do with these?
Must be kept for the children, eventually.
Something like 1,000 glasses, 600 plates, 300 vases.
So some of the presents had to be stored in the Buckingham Palace ballroom until they could all be dissipated somewhere else.
Finding a new home to start their married life and house all these presents was a top priority. And luckily, the Queen had a solution.
The Queen gave Andrew and Fergie 2 very big gifts. The first was their titles, the Duke and Duchess of York, and the second was their marital home.
All Andrew and Fergie needed to do was to choose one.